Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. It's a 35 minute practice. Not a lot of time, but hopefully just the right amount of time. We're not going to rush, but we are going to get started right away in Child's Pose. So come onto your mat and join me. Let's get started in Child's Pose. Maybe you can join me for the whole practice. Maybe you can just join me for these first few moments. And whatever the case, whether it's a little time or a lot of time, enjoy it. And you'll benefit from it. Here, coming into your child's pose, coming into your body, take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Even just a couple of breaths right here, right now, can really start to create a shift, help you feel grounded, present. So maybe you're not rushing quite so much through your day. Let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And this is a pretty short practice. We'll move and flow and breathe, but we can still take our time. Let's take another big breath in. And a big breath out. And then walk your hands a little more forward, tuck your toes under. Come on into your downward facing dog. You can also take more time in child's pose. If you're setting up your downward dog, spread your fingers wide. Set your feet. If you want to walk out your dog or move your head or your hips around, you can. You don't have to rush this time. You don't have to rush your breath or your body. Our thinking minds like to rush. One thing to the next. So the biggest challenge in this practice can be allowing your thinking mind to slow down, allowing yourself to feel this. So go ahead, feel your hands, spread your fingers wide, feel your feet, and feel your breath. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. And take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Set your feet. They can be together or apart. Soft knees. Rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands. Lift up. You can go back. Really big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze here. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And you can set an intention for your practice today. Together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Flat back. Inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. High push-up, high plank. You can have your knees lifted or lowered. Take a big inhale. Move forward. Halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up. You can also drop your knees here. A big breath in. Upward facing dog, your cobra or your low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog. Or stick in a child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And you can stick in child's pose, an extra breath, any variations that you want to work with, or maybe that's not even want may not be the right word. Any variations that you feel like you need today. Take another big breath in, exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale, forward and down, elbows in, upward dog, still moving forward. Big breath in, lead with your heart. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a full inhale. And a big exhale. A deep breath in. And a long breath out. Once more, big inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach up, fill up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. And empty out. Setting your hands and setting your feet. Set your gaze to one unmoving point. That's traditional drishti. You can also close your eyes if it works better. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back. Set your feet so they're even. They can be together apart. Hands can reach high or come to your heart. Strong core. Ground through your right foot. Draw your left knee up towards your chest. Still keep that big bend in your right knee. A little bit of balance. Drishti will help. Take a big inhale. Left foot lightly comes down. Ground through your left foot. Now draw your right knee up towards your chest. Shoulders roll back. See if you can soften your shoulders, soften your face, even as you set your gaze. A big breath in. Right foot comes down. Take a big inhale here. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Step up. Set your feet. You can reach your hands high or work with your hands at your heart, even at your hips. Grounded through both feet. Soften your toes. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. One big step or a couple of smaller steps. Set your gaze. Set your feet. It might mean that you set your feet and then adjust. And yeah, soften your toes. It's not a big adjustment, but you can start to notice the little places in your body where you hang on, stuff in your head that you hang on to, and allow yourself to soften. Feel that you're here. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps again. Warrior one. Back foot flat. Root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Or child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, big bend to your knees. Ground through your right foot. Set your gaze, and again, draw your left knee up towards your chest. Now steady breath, steady foundation. Warrior three. Start to tip forward. Arms can extend forward. Ooh, I'm touching my wall. Or you can bring your hands to your heart. Press out through your left heel. Lift through your right leg, strong core. Take a big inhale here. Drop back, warrior one. Reach up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push up to low push up. Upward dog, a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Now step your right foot forward, warrior one. Come up and open out to your warrior two. Set your feet. Soften your toes. Steady foundation, steady breath, a big breath in, And a long breath out, dipping into your front knee. Track your front knee right over your front ankle. Spin your palms to the sky. And take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Long and strong through your back leg. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot again, warrior one, rise up. Open out to your warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Right elbow on your right leg. And your left arm extends up to the sky. Check in with your feet. You're building from the ground up. Building on this breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Here, extend your top arm forward. You can slide your bottom hand down inside or outside your front foot. Knee stays over ankle. Right knee stays over right ankle. Feel the baby toe side of your back foot connect down into your mat. Lengthen through your back leg. Lengthen through your whole left side body, left shoulder. Maybe rolls back just a bit. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And then reach your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back. Come on to your half bind or your full bind. You might want to come into the full bind. Maybe your body doesn't quite want to cooperate. So adjust. Right? Adapt. Your hands don't have to meet. You can use a towel or strap between your hands. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And whatever variation you're in it. You're here. And your body's doing a lot for you. You're doing a lot for yourself. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Reach your top arm back up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat. Feet parallel, a little bit pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Let your shoulders roll back. Lift up here on your inhale. And then fold forward as you exhale. Hands can come up and over. And if you want a little more room, you can put a towel or strap between your hands here. If you want a lot more room, give yourself that room. Simply drop your hands down to the ground. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. One more big inhale here. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Straighten out your left foot, come to the ball of your right, and then lightly bring your right knee down, untuck your right toes. You're setting up your kneeling lunge. You can pad your right knee, grounded through your left foot. Take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. So your hands can lightly support your head as you lift up and go back. And then you can keep your hands behind your head, or you can extend through your arms, right? Lengthening through the sides of your body. You get a little bit of a hip opener here, a little bit of a back bend. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, reach straight up. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your right knee. Come on up to your crescent lunge. Set your left foot, set your gaze, lift off, eagle. Now you can step in and push off. Maybe it's just one big movement. Right leg wraps over, and your right arm wraps under. And you can work with a different arm variation, different degrees of variation with your legs where you have your right foot. Soften your toes. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. Sit a little lower, breathe in. And breathe out. On your inhale, unwrap, release, reach all the way up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And empty out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet. Big bend to your knees. Bring your hands to your heart. Feet are even. Shoulders roll back. Heart lifts. A big inhale. Twist to your right. Left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. Crown of the head in one direction. Tailbone in the other. If you've come forward into the balls of your feet and your toes, shift back. And take your time sitting down, sitting back, at the same time lifting up. Hands can stay together. They can open up. You can stick in a side crow if you like. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Best thing you can do is stick in a breath, a big inhale and a big exhale. So whether you're here in a challenging pose on your mat, whether you're in a challenging moment in your life, you can take a big breath in and a big breath out and start to create a shift. Take one more deep breath in, fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance with your peace fingers. Hook your big toes, palms face each other. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Can you use the hold on your toes to draw you physically into the forward fold. Crown of the head down towards the ground. Your elbows can drop out to the sides. If you can also use your breath, your intention to draw you into just the right variation for you right here, right now. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Release your toes, walk your feet closer together or to touch, and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Big breath in, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. A full inhale, then a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Set your feet. Bend your knees. Come up. Set your gaze. Ground through your left foot. Draw your right knee up towards your chest. Take a big inhale. Warrior three. Start to tip forward. Work with drishti. You can set your gaze down to the ground. One unmoving point. Set your left foot, even if your left foot wobbles, even if you fall out of the pose, you can stay with your breath, a steady breath. Take a big inhale, drop back, warrior one. Reach up, exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Now left foot steps forward, warrior one. Come up, open out, warrior two. Finding your footing, creating your warrior two right here, right now. And creating your practice, your experience. And one breath at a time, you can enjoy your experience. Spin your palms to the sky and take your left hand high, reverse your warrior, reach up and go back. Notice if your left knee starts to roll to the right, just gently, encouraging it to the left so it tracks over your ankle. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps again, warrior one. Come up. Open out to your warrior two. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Left elbow on your left leg. And your right arm up to the sky. Open across the front of your body. Lifting up, hopefully lightening up. And you might find that by setting your feet, setting your gaze, setting your intention. Take a big breath in. I have an itchy nose. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Here, extend your top arm forward. Bottom hand can slide down inside or outside the front foot. And if you usually take the hand to the inside, try it on the outside. It's not a big adjustment, but it's a different connection between your arm and your leg. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Reach your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back, your half bind, your full bind, your variation. Feet are set. Again, that little adjustment of softening your toes. Letting your right shoulder roll back. Take a full inhale. And a big exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg. And again, toes towards the side. Feet parallel. Big toes turn in a little bit. Your feet even. I'm going to go for the shoulder rinse again. So if you want to interlace your fingers, if you want to work with a different variation, go for it. Lift up and then fold forward. If you drop your hands down to your mat, you can add in a tripod or a crow, maybe some movement. It's nice to remember that even when you're holding a pose, there's still movement. Muscles lengthening and strengthening. Energy moving and flowing. Your breath, a big breath in and a big breath out. Release your hands to the ground. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot back around towards the front edge of your mat. Straighten out your right foot. Come to the ball of your left and then drop your left knee and tuck your toes. You can pad your left knee here. You might start with your hands on your right leg. Get a little bit of a hip opener. Take your time with this. A little bit of a heart opener. Hands behind your head. Lifting up, going back. You can keep the hands there or you can extend them up. Extend to the sides of your body. Grounded through your right foot. Lifting up. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Now hands stay lifted. Reach straight up. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee. Come up to your crescent lunge and lift off for your eagle. It's always easier on one side than the other. Left leg wraps up and over. Left arm wraps under. Letting your gaze land at one point. You can work with a different arm variation. And even as you wrap your arms and your legs, let your spine stay long, tall and upright. You can add a little more bend to your standing knee. Breathe here for 3, 2, and release. Unwrap, reach all the way up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Another full inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Set your feet. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your left. Your right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. Crown of the head forward. Tailbone back. Feet are even. They could be together or apart. If your feet are together, work with your knees together. If your feet are apart, let your knees be an equal distance apart. And you can keep your hands together here. You can open up. And are ready. Time has flown by. We can take our time. Just what you want to do right here, right? Take your time in your chair twist. You don't have to let the time fly by. Also doesn't have to drag, right? You can really take it just one breath at a time. It's the same amount of time, whether you're in a chair pose or you're in a child's pose. It's just all the stuff that we create about the time in our head. Take one more big inhale, fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance, and here stand on your hands for Padangusthasana. Halfway lift as you inhale. A little bit of length, and then drop into the forward fold. Let your head drop. You can work with more of a halfway lift or more of a ragdoll. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. And if you are looking for more time, more practice, a longer practice, check out my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. Check out my Patreon, the Bent Yogi. Longer practices there. And on Patreon, it starts for as little as $5 a month. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Release your hands from under your feet. Feet closer together or to touch and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Lift up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Bring your feet together and a little bit forward. Take your right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. Now you can flip your dog or drop your left knee, maybe add a little bit of movement. And come on into your half pigeon. Right knee forward. Setting up this variation, left leg long behind you. You can also set up the variation on your back. Taking your time, setting it up. Taking the time to feel and enjoy this breath. A big breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. And whether it's 2 minutes or 30 minutes or 60 minutes, it really is allowing yourself some time for you. It's pretty cliche, but putting yourself at the top of your to-do list. You take care of yourself, give yourself some time. This practice, some breathing room. And then everything else you move through in the day. Might not be easier, but there might be more ease. You will be more at ease, hopefully more joyful. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. I do believe that when we get on our mats, we practice. Part of it is cultivating this inner joy, recognizing, feeling all that we can do. So not focusing on what we can't do, but feeling all that we can do and feeling that we have the ability to take this time for ourselves, the opportunity to take this time for ourselves. That is a reason to be joyful. Take a big breath in, then a big breath out. And set your hands under your shoulders and make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can move through a flow, a tabletop, three-legged dog. A big breath in and a big breath out. Feet together, a little bit forward, left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee for your down dog hip opener. Whatever variation you want to work with. And when you're ready, half pigeon. Similar to the other side or different than the other side. And it is a bit of a challenge, right? Moving through this flow. Not rushing it. Not rushing out of it. Not just rushing on to the next thing in your day. If you can tune into your breath. Feel where you are. Allow yourself to slow down. Then you can carry this ease, this joy, this strength and power with you as you move through your day. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Set your hands onto your shoulders. Come on up. Sweep your back leg forward. Come to seated. Feet extend forward. Hands extend forward. Strong core. Lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hover your shoulders. Hover your feet. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. Set your feet flat on your mat and come up for your bridge or your wheel. Any variation, any combination. Set your feet, lift up, lengthen. Lengthen to the sides of your body, soften your toes. Lengthen and deepen your breath. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. One more big inhale, and as you exhale, lower down. Come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. We'll move right from here into Shavasana. I'm going to put in an extra layer. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. As you set up for Shavasana, you can stay here in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can take your legs up, take your legs out, add in any additional movement, poses that feel right. So you can settle into your Shavasana just for a few moments, not rushing, wishing away, right? These last few moments of your practice, allowing yourself to be here, allowing yourself to enjoy this. Take a deep breath in and empty out. Take a big breath in and a breath out. And you can wiggle your fingers and toes, let your head roll side to side. Draw your knees to your chest. You can roll to one side. Come on up to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a big breath in and a breath out. And drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. So glad you could join me for this practice today. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you, and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you haven't checked out my studio or my Patreon, links for both of those below. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.